Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at another matchup. Playing, it's going to be Grady Thomas on the left, playing Magnezone, what in our opinion is the best deck in the U150 format, against me on the right, playing Donphan Walls. Now I featured the Magnezone video, the Magnezone deck that we got built on the channel about a week ago. And I was going to post, there was a Donphan video that I posted about like 2 years ago. Very outdated Donphan list, and kind of an updated one is the one I'm playing here. I'll probably post the list sometime soon for you guys to enjoy. But anyways, we kind of threw him on this a little bit and said, hey look, we know that Magnezone's the best deck in the format. So what beats that? Like what can we put together that beats Magnezone hard? And the first thing that we tried was Donphan. Now, I don't want to spoil anything, but this matchup is actually a lot closer than originally anticipated. And I'll go over a couple reasons why as they appear here in the opener. But anyways, I start off with the Baby Tyrogue and an Energy, and Grady's going to start off with triple Magnemite and Baltoy turn 1. That's pretty dang good, if you ask me. He did get a lot of Pokemon on the discard pile right away, which kind of sucks. A lot of the important Magnezone and the Claydol were gone right away for Grady. So that part sucks, but he did get a lot of his Pokemon all out already, which is great because he didn't have to use his early game resources trying to find those. But yeah, you kind of see here that he has to flip for Darkness Grace because of the baby ability, but he was able to free retreat with the Magnemite. He's got the other Magnemites out, going to Darkness Grace turn 1. Grady is rolling. My first turn, we're going to start off with a Pokemon Collector with the free retreat Tyrogue. So as long as I have an Energy Hand, I'll be able to fill my bench up as long as I grab a Dunsparce, and that's what I end up doing here. Dunsparce, Fanphy, Claydol, retreat into Dunsparce, strike and run into the Spiritomb. Now we both have a Spiritomb out. There was it's kind of a weird play because you could consider spinning into the Tyrogue in this situation, just because he has to flip to attack, and if he leaves his Spiritomb active, he has to flip for Darkness Grace. But if you get rid of it, then he can retreat and use items. And so I thought, hey, he pitched his Pokemon already, so it's going to be hard for him to recover those without the use of items. So as long as I can keep the Spiritomb in the active and set up while he sets up, I'll do it much quicker because his Claydol's already gone. So that was kind of my thought process behind that, but I was able to get a couple Magnetons out and whatnot. But yes, we're going to go ahead and get that Exoskeleton out right away. Good to have that out so that my Darkness Grace can go for other things, mainly that Claydol on my third turn of the game. No damage being dealt, only taken from ourselves so far. This Karina is going to grab just an item, because the Claydol is already away. That's one of the fun parts about U150 is that if any of your lines are fighting type, you can grab them. So there's fighting Seadra, fighting Horsey for the King Parasect deck, which is pretty awesome. Karina is good because in Donphan all your Pokemon are fighting, so you play it for obviously the quick Claydol setup. But it's kind of cool that if you have any part or you're playing fighting Pokemon, it becomes actually one of the best cards in your deck. So that's that on Karina. So we got going on here. Still more Darkness Gracing left and right. That's kind of what this matchup's just going to become, and I'm going to be able to set up just a little bit easier because Grady pitched so much stuff. So it's easy that way. We're going to see a Marley's Request for those two. I think I give him the Oak. Yeah, I give him the Oak because I know that he's going to be item locked for quite a while, which is fine as long as I don't retreat my Spiritomb, or he doesn't retreat his in Hex, or there's no Hex, or something like that, plenty of weird scenarios there. But The other cool part about this matchup is that all of his Magnezones are EXs, and the only EX in my deck, I believe, is the Donphan Prime. So there's a little bit of an advantage there, but I didn't play to that strength, and I should have. If you notice here, we're both item locked and nobody has a supporter. I'm Claydolling for 1 a turn, and he's just draw passing. So kind of the first person to get some good stuff. I got an energy finally. The Donphan deck doesn't play a lot of energies, and that ended up being one of the hard parts about this. Grady finally gets a Oracle here, so he can finally put some stuff on the top. I forget what he puts. I'm trying to remember here. Because there's a lot of options. You could do a Hex to get rid of the item lock. You could get a Sycamore to refresh his hand. He could get his Trump card to get back his stuff. So there's a lot of options here, but he knows that it's unlikely that I'll be able to shuffle his deck because I'm only constantly powering for 1 a turn. And I'm holding on to a lot of good stuff. I can't see my hand right now, but I remember there was just a lot of good things ready to go the moment I get all my stuff. But yes, the Trump card is what he put on the top. He needs to get that Claydol back and start going through his deck, which is exactly what he did. Gets the Claydol out now. Now he's got the other 2 Magnezones in there, and he can finally start using Darkness Grace to set up the rest of his deck. And I'm sitting over here still trying to get a draw support of some sort with these Claydols for 1. Bebe's Search is not going to do it. I fail it so I can Claydol for more, because maybe I can download. Let's see what we get off this. 1, 2, 3. What do I get? Nothing. Pass. I don't remember this game quite that much. It happened 2-3 days ago. So I'm watching it alongside you. And Grady's second card doesn't really matter because he played the Trump card to shuffle everything. So, but we finally got the Brimies. Brimies is nice. Gets that Spiritomb out of the active. We're going to attempt to Smash Punch. We get the tails off the Smash Punch. That would have been a nice early knockout there. But he's still item locked. Doesn't really appear to have an energy in his hand to retreat. Doesn't appear to have a Brimies either. So he's thinking. He's thinking, I believe he was thinking about Darkness Gracing to knock himself out. And be able to, yeah, he knocks himself out, gets out of the item lock. But the Hex works just the same. If he Darkness Graced, he was going to be able to get a Magnezone. But the Hex was the play. Grabs a couple energies. He's got a lot of items in the hand, so he's going to be able to plow through this hand of his. Let's see what else he does. We got a switch into the Uxie, which he takes back because he realizes he has to flip for it because of Tyrogue, which is hilarious. We're going to go ahead and swoop the Uxie away, which is actually just as good, probably even better. Grabbing the Emolga. And what do we got left on the pile of Greedy? He has a big turn because of that Hex. Attaches the energy, gets the switch, which is definitely better play for him. Did he double attach there? I don't know if he did. I think he might have double attached. Oh, Grady, you tricky guy. Let's rewind. Let's rewind here. Where are we at? So it's still his turn. He hexes. Oh man, wouldn't this be funny? I'm glad that I'm discovering this while everyone else is discovering it, watching the game. So here we go. Here's the letter for 2 energies. And he is. He did double attach, this sneaky guy. How did I not realize that? Way to pay attention, Alex. And then there you have the attachment there, and he doesn't have the Energy Rain Magnezone. Oh ho ho ho! Well, still, either way, we'll still watch this game and see how it pans out. It's still a really good learning opportunity here. For those of you that don't know this matchup or know the decks or don't believe in the power of Magnezone. So he does a little tricky thing here. He played a Pokemon Retriever, and and then Swoop teleported the Dunsparce away so that he could get that Zapdos back. I forgot what I was checking there. I might have checked the energy attachments, who knows. No, that's definitely not it, because I'm not that smart. He did Hex to get out of all that item lock. So that was a big turn from one Hex, and he flips Tails on the 90 damage attack. But now that we have all of these items, people can start playing stuff. So I've shown the teammates because I wanted him to knock me out. But flurry of stuff coming down. Imposter Oaks. Yeah, we want to switch those puppies. And then an Oak off the hand. Because remember, I was sitting on that specific hand for a very long time under item lock with Claydol. So it was a good thing that I was able to put all of those cards in my hand. I have such a dynamic turn, really. Looking through the discard pile, we have an Oak, we have a Bill. I haven't played a supporter yet. Played the super energy removal. Lovable, I think, is going to grab me Lapras. Nope, Mr. Mime. I'm fine. Or maybe I already have the Lysander. I can't remember. No, there's the Ultra Ball in my hand. Because I think I was going to go for Lysander to take a knockout somewhere. I mean, who knows? I think that was my play, and I think that's actually what I ended up doing. Could be wrong. But the Cold Rush for 10 here is the first supporter after an Oak and a Bill. Pretty dang good. I can't remember if I Cosmic Powered already. I played too fast. It's probably my biggest downfall, I guess. I don't know. I did that thing in Standard too. I played too fast in Standard. But there's a Gust of Wind. Yeah, we're going to take the Pokemon with the energy and Goop so that, yeah, I'd still take 10 because of the Gust of the Goop. Oh, wait, no, he hexed me so I couldn't play any of those stuff. So yes, all that stuff was correct that we did. Okay. We good. Whoo! Alright. Watching Pokemon. Pokemon is fun. Oopsies. Yeah, I'm really distracted right now, but... So let's see what Grady's going to respond to with here. I gooped so that he couldn't put down the energy acceleration one. Oh, he's talking about if Goop shuts off Exoskeleton. I think that's what the discussion is here. But yes, not the Exoskeleton, but I'm trying to say, okay, he can't accelerate a whole bunch of energies because I gooped. He's going to need a lot to knock me out here. And I don't have a whole bunch to return with because I really only have that Tyrogue. I mean, I can return with the Aerodactyl if I get it. But if he gets the knockout here, we're in trouble. So he does get the energy one. Gets the Windstorm off on the band there. And he does pass. So not a very great turn for Grady, but it does set him up for next turn. And I'm staring this Emolga down. And this is kind of the reason why this matchup isn't as favorable as you'd think. So, you know, I've already kind of done some aggressive stuff, but Emolga and Zapdos both have this fighting resistance, and Donphan just can't do a lot to it. If you remember a Standard deck a while back, the Tanky Eviltal that kind of did work against a Donphan during the Cities format, it's the same sort of idea where you just do not hit them for a lot of damage. And U150, you kind of need that one of Strong Energy, one of Muscle Band to kind of even like get in the game. Whereas Magnezone is just going to come back and one-shot you even through resistance and its ability. So, kind of scary stuff here, but I did get the Double Gust Switch combo, and now we just need a damage modifier of some sort to take this knockout. What are we going to do? We Cosmic Powered already. Attachment there signals no Strong Energy. So this is kind of scary. We're going to Pal Pad back in the Colress and the Brimies. No trump card to Pal Pack in, but that's fine. I just hit him for 120. We missed it. Scary stuff here. Kind of, I don't know if that was necessarily a misplay on my part. I think what I said when I did it was, oh, let's reach for the stars here, or let's go aggressive with it. Oh, look at me watching GIFs. Good job, me. But yeah, no, I think I just wanted to go aggressive with it. And if I had gotten the knockout there, I think the dynamic of this game changes crazy. Because then I go up, 4 prizes to 8. and he's staring down an exoskeleton Donphan that he can't necessarily one-shot, because Magnezone Prime does all this cute stuff where it attaches a lot of energy and one-shots you with, what, 3 energy? No, it has to have 4 energies or 3 energies and a modifier because of its resistance and its body. So if I had taken that off the field, awesome. The only way it can now one-shot me is a damage modifier on Zapdos and like 3 heads. So I think that was my thinking behind it at the time, was I need to knock out this Magnezone. The Scoop Up sucks because it removes it from the field, but it's harder for Grady to get it back out and get return KO here, because he does have to get through so much resistances. And that's another reason we thought this matchup was going to be so one-sided, was because the other what's it called? The other Donphan can switch into walls and whatnot. The Pikachu, now that I'm saying it, does the same thing as the Magnezone, just it's weak to fighting. So that's why, I mean, they're both weak to fighting, blah, blah, blah. I think I point out to him, like, hey, dude, like, exoskeleton resistance, you need another energy on there and whatnot. But he does get it with the Pikachu EX. He wasn't able to get the Magnezone Prime back out, but he does get it with the Pikachu EX, leaving himself a little bit vulnerable to if I have a big play with either, because he put on Broken Time Space, so I was able to get Donphan or the other Aerodactyl. But I need to hit a lot to get this return KO, and I think I need to get it. But I think this is the way that I go about doing it. The Claydol can also do 40 plus the Muscle Band. Is going to be a knockout, and Skyla, I believe, went for Windstorm, or goes for the energy. Oh, Computer Surge. Okay, because an energy gets me to 70 doubled. Oh, there's a strong energy that works too. Go ahead and slap that there. So that's 40, 60, 90 doubled. It's gonna be a big old knockout. There's a Cosmic Power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't really see much in that hand, so yeah, we go up, and that's the other cool part about this deck, is that Claydol can actually swing. So, who would have thunk? And that's another reason why we thought this matchup would be great, because of the 2 Pokemon that can one-shot in the deck are weak to fighting. So, you have to go into, like, Emolga and Zapdos and all this. Like, Emolga and Zapdos have to take knockouts. Yeah, lose my train of thought there for a little bit. But Emolga is going to be able to take this like return KO on Claydol, which is a little bit detrimental because it opens you up for not a lot of draw power sitting on your bench. And also I don't have another attacker ready to go. I have the Mysterious Fossil for Aerodactyl DCE, but Aerodactyl's weak to Lightning and can be easily return KO'd. So I need to be able to set up a knockout here, go down 2 more prizes, get a knockout, and put like a Phanpy on the bench, or at least set up something so I can get another knockout the next turn. So yeah, I'm at 5 prizes, and Grady, I believe, is also at 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well. He knocked out the Donphan Prime and the Claydol. I knocked out, what did I knock out? No, I didn't knock out the Spiritomb. That became Zapdos. I knocked out Pikachu X for 2 prizes. And can't remember. It was 1 prize. It wasn't a Magnezone, because that would have been down to 4 prizes. But so much I pay attention when playing these games. Anyways, so the Karina comes out. I believe that grabs a Phanpy. Yep. Phanpy, and we looking for. I think I grab a Dowsing of some sort, a Computer Search, something to grab me the DCE or the Aerodactyl, or I already have it. Or I'm just trying to blast through my deck. So we grab that. We're going to grab the Evo Soda with the Broken Time Space in play. Puts me to the Donphan. Aerodactyl DCE. So yeah, so I have the Donphan for next turn. Aerodactyl to knock out the Emolga, going down to 3 prize cards to his 5. And I got no EXs on the side. So this was looking good for me actually right now. I don't have a draw Pokemon, and that's the thing, is that I could have, instead of the Donphan, I could have grabbed like Porygon 2 there, the other Porygon, so I could have some sort of draw support, but then at the same time I don't have like this backup attacker, and I have to like awkwardly attack with Tyrogue. So I am leaving myself a little bit vulnerable for the late game, but right now I'm in control. Just because I have a backup attacker, Porygon 2 is out. I'm playing 2 supporters a turn. All these different things. So, and my other Aerodactyl, the one that does damage, is kind of limiting how many energies he can attach. He has to now find like Max Potion and maybe even Rough Seas to kind of deal with the constant 20 damage every time he attaches an energy. And that could honestly be another way to counter Magnezone. Now that I think about it out loud, maybe some sort of Ampharos-based deck. Just because Magnezone relies so heavily on attaching energies. So, forget what I was looking at there. Oh, I was determining whether it was a body or a power, maybe? Yeah, I think that's what I was doing. Determining if he played a second supporter, whether or not he takes 20 damage, which he does, because it does say the word May in there. So, but yes, like I said, the Rough Seas comes down, which is big because it'll, if I hadn't gotten that Donphan out, or even the Phanpy out last turn, I would have been really struggling with no way to immediately evolve if I couldn't have found my own Broken Time Space. So, and the Rough Seas is really big. So it was really big that I got the Phanpy out, but the Rough Seas is big in relation to him being, like, every time he attaches energy, he takes 20, so as long as he can limit his attachments, he stays healthy. However, Rough Seas does not heal the Claydol there, so his Claydol is kind of ticking down, and it leaves itself open for a Energy Lysander on my Donphan, which is super. Clement is really big in that deck. Was that his second supporter in Nip at 20? Could be wrong. But that's alright if we missed that one. That never came into play, I don't think. So, we're going to see a retreat, and, oh sorry, not a retreat. Yeah, he retreats into the Magnezone and then spins, whatever the Magnezone's attack is, spins for 80 into this Zapdos that's got so much HP with that resistance. And the Rough Seas. Just, this is why this matchup's just so hard, man. Commit the bench space to Lapras to grab a Lysander. I really want to kill this Magnezone with the 90 damage on it. That's exactly what I'm going for, and I know that I need... he asked me, he's like, is it going to come down to a Tyrogue flip? And I was like, nah, I just need an energy, and I have this dowsing machine for it. Because I can dowsing machine for Computer Search. This might be why Professor's Letter is nice in most decks. I really should put it in a lot of decks. I think I grab... What do I grab here? Oh man, I think I did this like a weird way. I think I was, I remember saying like I was going to Versus Seeker for Lysander and then Lapras for something else. I explained it out loud and I totally forgot what it was. But, yeah, so I'm down to 1 prize now and he's still at 4. And I got this Donphan ready, I got this Tyrogue ready, and we're looking pretty good here. We're looking alright. He's going to take 20 every time he plays 2 supporters. This Claydol is going to take 20 every time he wants to draw cards. This Lapras, I think, takes 20, but he Rough Seas it away. So that's really nice, but he is going to end me down to 1 here off the Lapras, and that's scary. And now his Magnezone is also not weak to fighting anymore. It's weak to fire. He told me that, he's like, oh, I didn't even realize that, the level X, changed its weakness until, late game, and I was like, oh, that's actually, really good, and that's what I should have gone for. So that's another card in his deck that combats this whole, fighting weak theory that we had, that I said earlier. You know, oh, we think Donphan crushes Magnezone because you can always just, Lysander kill Magnezones. Well, if you level X it, you really can't. It's really hard to do. You kind of have to hope they do what he did last turn, where the Aerodactyl puts a lot of damage on there so that it puts it in range so you can Lysander KO it with a Donphan. But yeah, it's that was scary, right? That's a scary hand. I got ends down to 1 with no Porygon or Claydol out. So now I'm going to have to really rely on my top decks for the rest of the game. And that's just some scary stuff. I fall into this trap a lot, and I think Grady's play pattern against me specifically is that exact pattern. I can't tell you the amount of times that he's preyed on me, getting Lysandered and all this other stuff. Excuse me. But it happened to me twice in a row this week, and I was kind of sick of it. But hey, you know, you can only do what you want to do. But he's going to go ahead and play a Pal Pad, grab that trump card back, very, very important, and the Twins back because he's going to be losing for the rest of the game. The gust of wind on the Porygon also ensured that I can't go, I can't play two supporters, right? I don't know what two supporters I'd play to grab some. He knows I don't play Steven or Scott or anything like that, but I remember my hand, I believe, was there was a bad Pokemon and Electabuzz. I can't remember what that Pokemon was. Oh, Suicune. I just saw it, yeah. I was like, it's a water Pokemon, but it wasn't Lapras because I would have played Lapras. So no, it was a Suicune. And yeah, he's an EX, but like, I don't want to leave a 2 retreat dude up there. It was an interesting scenario where like, I'll make you flip coins, dude. Like, but anyways, he AZs Sport Navigation for the trump card, and then plays it with Magnezone. And he should have taken 20 there. I'm realizing. I think we missed every time he dual brains taking 20. I think we missed it because he should have been, but I don't think it ever actually came into play. But yes, this is one of the most brutal combos in U150. You end them down, and then you trump card them. And if they don't have a draw Pokemon on bench, there's a lot of cards in the deck that are just bad cards to draw. Because you know you want to thin your deck to give you nothing but outs late game, and this just unthins your deck. Oh, there's the 20 damage. Yeah. Okay, we did put it on there. Good. Right? Oh, maybe not. I wonder why we didn't. But yeah, every time you energy trance, he takes 20 as well. But no, I am just drawing dead. I gotta eat my chips over there. That's all I can really do right now. But he's able to get another Magnezone out, attach an energy so we can start just going crazy. Going up to that, see, that was the worst right there. I think that was like one of the killers, is that he went up to 6 damage counters on Claydol, but then off of the Cosmic Power, he hit the Max Potion. And I was all for him trying to take that risk, because if he misses that Max Potion there and I rip a Lysander, I get game, right? The other thing that gets me game was a DCE, because I was able to get a Fighting Energy on Donphan. So we're looking for like any sort of draw support. We're looking for a DCE. We're looking for a Fighting Energy. And I showed him, I said, look, I was drawn dead. So he ends me again. Or he doesn't end me, he rockets admins me down to 1 card again. And that's a good thing because it eliminates the Computer Search top deck right away. Gets a Tails, and I draw. I'm looking at my hand. I had a Junk Arm and a Mr. Mime. Just 2 not great cards. I know that I can use like the double Mr. Mime combo and have him try to hit like hexes and whatnot, but I need to keep 2 cards in my hand in case I top deck a Computer Search. So we're just going to go ahead and spinning turn, put 20 damage on the Zapdos. And it's just kind of scary. He is going to Cosmic Power again. It's starting to get real iffy. You got the AZ on the Lapras for the Lysander. Uh-oh. Oh, we did put the 20 on there for the double supporter. Okay, cool, we didn't miss it. So this is going to be a auto paralyze coming out from the Magnezone level X. Now, if you don't know what it does, you discard a metal and you discard a lightning, and it does 80 damage and paralyzes automatically. Like, that's the only drawback, is that it discards 2 of them. So, real scary here because I need to get this thing out of the active. It's working one shot. And so what he's doing is effectively taking away the DCE out. I looked at my hand, and I don't remember what I think it was. That's a Mysterious Fossil that I top decked. And I just have to pass back to him. Granted, he still has to get an energy to knock me out here. But, you know, he's just going to Skyla for whatever he wants. Could have Skyla for a letter there to guarantee it, but I think he already had it in his hand. So there's that to think about. It's going to be a retreat. Here's the attachment coming down, maybe. Oh yeah, he had a metal. He's gonna Cosmic Power first to see if he can hit the correct energy. And there's the letter. He hits the letter off of the Claydol so that he can save that metal energy in his hand for the Magnezone level X in case he needs to paralyze anything again. So there's the attachment. Man, he had it in his hand. I didn't know he had it in his hand until, I don't think he attaches it this turn. I think he saves it. Yeah. And so now he's attacking me with a non-EX Pokemon that's resistant to fighting, and I am just top-decking horrible. I hit this Lysander, but I think this is where I wanted to bait him into... I needed him to use Cosmic Power one more time. So that I could try to Lysander kill him with Porygon. Well, not Porygon, sorry, with Tyrogue. I think that's what I tried to do here, but, I think he does something else. So he gets the Oak off the Dowsing. But yeah, really I have to hope that he uses Claydol, so that I can Lysander kill him with Tyrogue. If I recall correctly, I don't think he ends me. But there's the AZ, he might. No, he hexes me. I think he's going to do that to get around the mime, right? Because he's just going to... Oh, no, sorry. He snipes the Tyrogue because he hexes to get rid of the other Mr. Mime's power. So that's down to 1-1 prizes. And I'm just drawing Horrid. So I have this Lysander now, and I say, okay, what can I do to stall him in the active? I could take the Magnezone, it's got 2 retreat, but can knock me out. Do I take the Uxie, but have him go away? Do I take the Lapras, but I can't hurt him? Like, there's a lot of weird scenarios here. Like, what do I Lysander up? Is the question. And to be honest, there's no real answer with this. I think I have the laser in my hand. Actually, no, that's what I'm thinking. I have a laser in my hand. I go for the laser on the active, and it's a Tails. So we're going to Junk Arm for the laser. We're just going to stick this on the active, but then he shows me the Dowsing for the switch for game. So yeah, I just tried to laser stall him. That's really what it was. But yeah, so we thought Donphan was a counter. Ended up being a really good game, and being a crap late game. But no, Magnezone's still the best deck in the format. Even a theoretical Donphan counter can't beat it. So we're going to continue working on ways to counter it. So hope you enjoyed.